Ashish, could you tell us about MARC, where it is going at this point, why this meeting is important?
Sure. This meeting is particularly important because it is a regional consultation for AMARC. It is the second regional consultation. It's a large region,
Yeah.
Asia Pacific, and we go into a new phase.
Yeah.
Uh,
In terms of
uh,
numbers, how big is Asia Pacific when it comes to community radio?
we are there in about 18 countries over here.
Yeah.
And more. We are just to give you a fix of the countries here. There's India, Nepal, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. All of AMARC is there in all of this. Indonesia, Malaysia, in countries where there is no community radio as well. Sri Lanka, of course. In smaller countries like Micronesia, in Japan, they're here. In the Pacific, Fiji. Altogether, our global network, we have more than 6,000 community radio stations
And in Asia
production
Pacific alone?
groups. In Asia Pacific, it's very difficult to give you a heads up of the community radio stations by itself. But I can say
Because
that
it's changing very
it's
fast.
changing very fast, and there are countries where community radio, legislation is there, but there are unlicensed community radio
So
stations.
which countries
also.
in Asia Pacific are the most ahead when it comes to community radio? Can you name a few?
Sure, Nepal certainly.
Yeah.
Indonesia it's thriving with unlicensed
I
community
see.
radio. If you're talking about numbers,
Yeah.
but I think when we're talking about a head of community radio, what are we talking about? We're also talking about policy and legislation.
And
I
who's
think,
doing well in that?
well, I think in Asia Pacific there are a lot of challenges. I think we're not doing
Like
well when
what?
it comes to, say, Latin America. Recognition by the state,
Okay.
acknowledging the contribution that community radio is making to community life, to changing lives, to transforming community lives. See, legislation
So
by
we are
itself
not
is
as good.
important, but enabling legislation is much more important if independent community radio is to go forward. And I think one of the things we have showcased in Asia Pacific is, and we need to deepen it of course, but the correlation between community radio and disaster management, the correlation between community radio and food sovereignty, the correlation between community radio and gender rights, and you can see that this conference is about addressing this. I think we have to put some numbers to this, we have to put some data to this, but a start has already been made. I think, when you look at the human rights discourse and the course it's taken, we need to take example from Latin America and the kind of legislation over there where you have equal allocation of the spectrum, for example, for public, private and community radio, for instance, in Uruguay. Then in France you have a community radio subsidy fund where a levy from the commercial radio stations goes to support the growth of community radio stations in that country. Then there are simple license processes like in Mali. I think we need to take these good practices and see how we can put them in this region. I'm for all its virtues and plus points. In Nepal, the state still has to give more recognition to community radio. In India, we have a three-tiered.
How do we
have a
rate? How many actually operational? How many licenses, more or less?
There are about 63 licenses operational, but of which only about 8 are grassroots community radio stations.
You mean 63 stations are operating?
Yeah.
And how many have got licenses?
No, see, all 63 have got licenses.
Yeah.
All 63 are operating. Of this, 8 of them are only grassroots community radio stations.
I mean there may be some who have got licenses but are not operating, or it's hard to determine.
From a campus radio spec, I can't give you a heads up on that, but certainly I know that 8 grassroots community radio stations are operating.
Which are these?
We have Namadhwani, we have DDS, we have Kalanjiam, we
Kalanjiam
have in Nagapattinam.
Okay.
We have Bundelkhand, we have which is Orcha. We have Mandakini Ki Awaaz. We have the Young India station in Konarak, Orissa. I think I've covered most of them.
And it's interesting to see the range, but are you all satisfied in terms of numbers?
No, that's the whole issue. I think there is disparity, and I think it's a complex.
What's the bottleneck here in India?
Well, There are a number of bottlenecks. I think one is there's not enough awareness. I agree that there has been decentralization efforts on the part, recent efforts on the part of government, but we still need to do much more. So now the license operating procedure needs to be simplified, more accessible, to encourage more participation. And this itself raises issues. The first issue, like I said, decentralizing is good because the screening committee applications right now, they're coming down to the states. But still, if you really want more participation, they should be held in accessible places. I think the process needs to be also more disseminated, more upfront, more transparent. I think cost of technology is an issue. The kind of equipment that is popularized is expensive. So if we're on the one hand talking about community radio being a voice of the voiceless, and on the other hand we've got particularly transmitter technology, which still, I mean, now we have nomad technology, but we still need to have more of these.
More cheaper options.
More cheaper options if we are to go forward. I think in this country, we also need to also consider the example of other countries where we're looking at more mixed media models, combining, I mean, digital equipment and digitalization is becoming more and more, and we need to carefully but consider what implications these holds for us.
Thanks.
I think
Oops. No, carry on.
No, I mean, I'm also going to bring in the issue of mobile broadcasting. I don't think, in my view, we can afford to exclude it. I think we have issues like disaster management. We have countries, in remote accessible areas where Doco radio, for instance, or suitcase radio can make a difference, and we have some way to go there. And finally, I think the whole issue of transmitter range and low power transmitters, 50 watts with a boost of possibility of another 50 watts is not good enough.
Thanks.
Okay.